Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the 2005 to 2009 Mustang GT 4.6 oxygen sensor replacement. Now, I had a check engine light come on and I went to AutoZone and got it scanned, and it says that it was the oxygen sensor. Now, a little information about oxygen sensors. It's going to say either on your code when you scan it, bank 1 or bank 2. Now what that means is on Fords, bank 1 is behind cylinder 1, and that's always on the passenger side of the motor. So this all the way to the back is bank 1, and then the driver's side of the motor, this first cylinder is bank 2. So bank 1, bank 2. Now on the 4.6s or the V8s, it's different from the 6 cylinders. The 4.8s have 4 oxygen sensors. They call it upstream and downstream. What that means is, on this 4.6, it's dual exhaust on each side from the exhaust manifold. Right about in here, let's put the light on to show you guys. Right about in here, by the firewall, there's a catalytic converter. And on the passenger side, behind the motor, by the firewall, there's another catalytic converter. Right above the catalytic converter, right above that catalytic converter is an oxygen sensor.
Yeah, it's threaded into the pipe.
Threaded into the pipe. Now, the one on the driver's side is a little hard to find, but it's there. As you can see,
Show it to him burned.
as you can see, if you look over here, you could see it right under there by the cooling lines, by the brake reservoir. Now, a little more information is that each side, there's one oxygen sensor upstream, which is sensor 1. That's the one on this side, before the catalytic converter, and then the other side's the same way. So there's 2 before the catalytic converter by the firewall behind the motor, and then there's 2 after the catalytic converter. They call that downstream. The more common ones to have problems is the ones upstream. The 2 downstream is mostly just to make sure your catalytic converters are running. Now, as you can see, they're very hard to get to. The one on the driver's side is very hard to get to, but if you see over here and look, if you put your hand
In the back to the
if you put your hand down here by the exhaust manifold, you will feel it. It'll look like this. The stock ones are green, and they look like this. Now what you have to do is you have to go to AutoZone, and for $30 you can rent this
oxygen sensor wrench.
oxygen sensor wrench kit. As you can see, it's right here. The reason why you need this, they call it a crow's foot, is because the wire goes inside, as you can see.
Yeah,
Now, some guys cut off the old wiring
you can.
and just use a straight up wrench. But the bad thing is, for installation, you're going to be screwed because the new one has wiring and you're not going to get a tight fit. So what we did...
And tell him and tell him we ran the car, but it wasn't hot enough.
Now, they say run the car to remove it, but if it's been in there forever, it's not going to work. So what we did we used this concrete or steel rod
and put it
with a flat tip.
And put it right against the thread.
We stuck it in there.
Right against the thread.
And put it right against it.
Yeah, just gave it a tap with this.
And then we banged it.
We just gave it 3 taps.
Yeah, we banged it to loosen it, as you can see.
And it came right out.
As you can see here.
Otherwise, you would have broke.
As you can see here, the tip of the steel rod broke the oxygen sensor, but that don't mean nothing. It shifted it in there, it broke the rust. Because if you don't do that, it'll never come out.
Yeah, you got to give it a crack.
Now, a little history on this one. This car has on it 200,000, and this is the factory sensor, which is amazing. For this factory sensor to last over 200,000 miles, I mean, whatever who bashes Ford is an idiot. But let them buy their junk, their stupid Camaros or whatever. So anyway, this is the factory sensor at 200,000 miles, and it was seized in there. So if you get a steel rod, fit it behind your AC cooling by your reservoir, put it right on it, like as you can see we did here.
Yeah, tell them the pipes have a little movement.
Right on it. You can move your pipes a little bit. There's a little movement.
Yeah.
And then have a friend or someone bang it 3-4 times, and this will loosen. And then from the top with a ratchet with a very long extension, this does fit in there and loosens it. Now you could also go underneath and loosen it from the hand. But this is just a quick little video how to remove the driver's side oxygen sensor, the Upstream one. Now again, these 2005 to 2010 4.6s have 4. 2 upstream, 2 downstream. And if you get a check engine light, you got to scan it. And like I said, bank 1, bank 2. Upstream sensors are usually called sensor 1. And the downstream sensors are called sensor 2. But hope this video helps. And I will be doing a video with the passenger side sensor, which is very hard to get to. But anyway, thanks for watching, and comment down below if you have any questions. I'll try to help you.